The final season of Attack on Titan marked the end of an era in the modern anime world while sparking many debates. What started as a story about humans and titans behind the walls evolved into a complex tragedy involving racism, propaganda, politics, freedom, and war. One of the strongest aspects of the final season was telling the story from Marley's perspective. Through characters like Gabby and Falco, we saw that the people seen as the enemy were also victims shaped by propaganda. Aaron's growing radicalization and his desire for freedom were also among the most striking character developments in the series. Visually, Mappa successfully portrays large-scale battles, especially the rumbling, although the CGI was criticized by some viewers. It helped create intense and dynamic action scenes. The music by Kota Yamamoto and Hiroyuki Sawano also strengthened the atmosphere. The long and fragmented release schedule sometimes made the viewing experience tiring. The final also received criticism for explaining Aaron's motivations too directly through his desire for freedom, protecting his friends, seeing the future, and securing paradise. Ymir's attachment to Karl Fritz being explained through love and Mikasa's role in the ending also sparked debate. Overall, the final season was not perfect, but is political, philosophical. Another controversial part of Ymir's character and her relationship with Karl Fritz. Some viewers felt that explaining her attachment to him through love made her character seem less complex than expected. Ymir has suffered for centuries, so reducing her feelings to something as simple as love was not convincing for everyone. Mikasa also became extremely important to the ending. Her decision to kill Eren showed that loving someone does not always mean supporting their actions. In a way, Mikasa's choice helped Ymir understand that she could let go of her own attachment as well. However, some fans thought this connection between Ymir and Mikasa was introduced too suddenly and should have been explained more clearly. Despite these criticisms, the final season still managed to leave a strong impact. It made viewers question whether freedom can exist without consequences and whether people can justify terrible actions in the name of protecting others. Even though the ending divided the fandom, Attack on Titan remains one of the most influential and discussed anime series of its generation. In the end, I think the final season is important because it does not give us a simple answer about who is right or wrong. Instead, it shows how fear, hatred, and the desire for freedom can influence people and lead them to make terrible decisions. We also see that war affects everyone, including innocent people who have nothing to do with the conflict. Even though some parts of the ending were rushed and controversial, I think the story successfully made people think about morality, freedom, revenge, and the consequences of our choice. It may not have been the perfect ending for everyone, but it definitely made Attack on Titan a series that people will continue to discuss for years. Overall, the final season was not perfect, but its political, philosophical, and moral themes strained the Attack on Titan's impact on modern anime. Despite its controversial choices, the questions it raised and the impact it left behind will not be forgotten for a long time.